deportations, raids, American families torn apart, and while you're watching that fire, they're sneaking through the Big Barbaric Bill. Here's Lorena, founder of Take Back Democracy News, to expose the lies, the cost, and who's next. Take it from here, Lorena.
You've been pawned and lied to. We hear that immigrants are freeloaders, yet they're being arrested in farm fields, restaurants, and other workplaces. We hear that immigrants just need to follow the law, but when they attend their immigration hearings, they're rounded up at the courthouses. Hello? We are demonizing this one group right now, Hispanic immigrants, but the goal is far worse. Let's begin with the president's current strategy, which is to deport 3,000 immigrants a day. Not the worst of the worst, just immigrants, regardless of status or innocence, and in some cases, American citizens. It's detain, deport, and deny access back. It is cruel behavior that lacks due process and is un-American. If you're shouting at me right now, hurling insults or raging your worst at me, I hope you'll be open-minded enough to give me a chance to explain. When we block or deport immigrants in mass like this, we're not solving a problem. We're setting off a chain reaction that hurts innocent families here in the US, and it collapses entire economies abroad and makes America less safe in the long run. Listen, 50 to 75% of undocumented immigrants pay federal income taxes, and nearly all of them pay sales tax and payroll taxes, including Social Security that they'll never collect. Most undocumented immigrants do pay taxes because they comply even more than us, because non-compliance risks deportation. They also live frugally and send a portion of their wages as remittances to support family back home. So what, you say? How does them living frugally help me? And they're sending our money back to their country? That really pisses me off. Well, whether it's Mexico, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Jamaica, and so on, this money keeps their local economies alive. And when millions of immigrants get sent back to their countries where there are no jobs, those countries' economies shrink because of the loss of money coming in. So millions of people return home to worse conditions, causing social unrest and more dangerous conditions. And when entire regions become unlivable, more people flee, not fewer. So now what happens? They come back to the border because we still have more opportunities than they do there. This leads to more migration, not less, and making that root problem worse, not better. It's a vicious cycle, and we're the ones accelerating it. I can almost hear what some of you are saying right now. So what? Deport them all. Deport them to gulags in El Salvador. Who cares what country they're from? Here's what's wild. You're saying you don't care, but when the consequences show up at your doorstep, your local hospital will shut down because half the staff just got deported. When your grocery bill doubles because the people picking your food vanished overnight. When border chaos turns into a humanitarian catastrophe that your tax dollars have to clean up, you'll care. You just won't admit that you were part of the problem. This isn't about being soft. It's about being smart. If you want real border security, you don't pour gasoline on the fire and then act surprised when it blows up in your face. Deportation without a smart strategy just guarantees more instability, more migration, and more money out of your pocket to clean up the mess. So you can choose cruelty or you can choose control, but pretending they're the same thing is how we end up weaker, not stronger. And here's the funny thing. There was a bipartisan agreement to fix this problem while Biden was still in office, and Trump told the Republicans to stop and not sign it. He wanted credit. And now, look at the mess we're in. Innocent people are being caught up. Look, if we're laser focused on getting the criminals out, then we can all agree that's a good strategy, right? But this show of aggression is not the way. And if you still don't care, imagine this for one moment. You were born in a poor country. You were starving or being brutally abused, or you were tortured, or your children were being raped or beaten, and you saw an opportunity to go to America. You'd take it if you were offered a way in, knowing the process takes years to fully allow you to become a citizen. You're legal, but you're not a citizen yet. And in the middle of the night, masked ICE officers knock on your door. They put you in handcuffs and then they go in your house. They pull your children out of bed and they push them outside in the freezing night. And then they handcuff and disappear all of you. All this when you were promised a path forward. And yes, this is happening right now. And in this scenario, you did everything right, yet it didn't matter. You paid your taxes because yes, immigrants pay taxes and Social Security, whether they are a citizen or not, but they do not participate in being able to receive those benefits. Your family is then split up and your lives are now shattered. There is no remedy for the trauma you and your family have experienced. And again, if it were your family, wouldn't you do anything and everything in your power to save them? Even if it meant you were called illegal until the paperwork catches up? So think about it. Why are we criminalizing survival? And if you're still raging and telling me to go pound sand, remember this. We are all immigrants. Unless you're indigenous or Mexican, you came from somewhere else, full stop. And America, it is stolen land. This cruelty of today's policy isn't just un-American, it's historically hypocritical. The bottom line, immigration isn't a threat. It's the symptom of a threat we've helped create. Blocking borders and deporting families doesn't fix the problem. It exports pain, imports instability, and makes everyone less safe. Yes, we need common sense border reform, and yes, we should demand it. But right now, we are in the process of demonizing one group, Hispanic immigrants. But the goal of this administration is far worse. Everyone is in danger next, whether it's skin color, religious beliefs, whether you're a journalist, a peaceful protester, or just someone speaking up, you're next. Everyone's next. And if you're still yelling at me at the screen, yelling at me, ask yourself, what are you really angry about? You think immigrants are stealing scraps that should have been yours? Well, I guarantee you this. Corrupt billionaires and corporations have stolen more from you in one day than every undocumented worker combined has in a lifetime. And our administration has got you blaming the dishwasher instead of the CEO. If you think you're safe because you voted for him, ask Mike Pence how that worked out. Look at Bill Barr, Jeff Sessions, and even DeSantis. If you're not a white billionaire, you are an eventual target, and even they get burned eventually. So let's take a stand together on this. And while this is horrific, let's not let this be a distraction to what they're really trying to pass, which is the Big Barbaric Bill. I read that whole thing, all 1,000+ pages, so you don't have to lose your sanity or your wits. Grab my plain English breakdown. It's free. And I go line by line, page by page, and I unearth everything in there because what's coming in that bill makes this look like a warm-up act. I put the link in the description and below. Please like and share this video so you can help more people wake up. Ciao for now.
Hey, before you go, don't forget your free toolkit. The link's right below this video. I made it just for you.